Hey family, I know it's been a while. Um, I was thinking the other day, it's about time that you do a update for your YouTube family. I think the last time I made a video was like a month ago, and I don't want to, start being away that long. So since the last video, some things have happened. I Like a week after I made that video, I did a offer on a house, and my offer was turned down. Basically, somebody offered $10,000 more than I was willing to offer. So then, a week after that, I did another offer on a house, and I was told that my offer was too high. I don't understand this real estate game, you guys. I really don't understand this real estate game. So, a week after that, the first house that I had did a bid on was back on the market. Something must have happened with, the person that they had chosen. So, I did another offer on that one, basically for the same amount that I did the first time, because I was not willing to go over because the house needed work, you know what I mean? So of course they must have went with somebody else, and I continued to look for a house. So 2 houses that I had did bids or offers on 3 different times. So 2 houses. One house I offered 2 times, and another house 1 time. So like a week later, I went out again with my realtor, and I found this house that I really liked, but of course it needed work done to it. Now I went into this, like I told you guys before, I went into this knowing that I was going to have to do repairs to whatever house I get, because I didn't want a brand new house. I don't like the way that they are made. To me, they are made very cheap, very poorly. At least here in Houston. I can't speak for nowhere else. Here in Houston, they make them very small. Like, you're paying $160,000 for a house, a 3-bedroom house, and your master bedroom might be really big, but the other 2 rooms in your house might be 10 by 10 or 9 by 8, and that's just not something that I wanted to be paying for. Okay, sorry about that. So that's not something that I wanted to be paying for. If I'm going to pay that much money for a home, it has to be a nice size, So I found this house that I really liked, and it was in my price range, but of course it needs some TLC. So I was fine with the TLC part of it, because my dad has taught me a lot about houses, how to fix up your house, how to maintain your house, like, do stuff on your own. So I know what I can do on my own, and I know what I would need help with. And so, I can go to my dad or one of my brothers, but mostly me and my honey are going to do, most of the work. So that wasn't an issue. TLC wasn't an issue. But the most important things that you look for would be roofing, foundation, electricity, plumbing, things like that. Which, buying an older home, there will be some type of concern with plumbing, because the way that they are doing plumbing now is totally different from the way they did plumbing 25, 30 years ago. So I knew that would be an issue that I would have to address, and basically just see if the seller really wants to help with any of those repairs, and if not, how much money am I looking at out of pocket. So I found this nice little home, 3-bedroom. It had a formal dining room. The kitchen is an open kitchen. The rooms are all a nice size, like very nice size. The master bathroom, I'm not really big on a big master bathroom. I need space. So, I don't need this walk-in bathroom that you see other people have because they're brand new and stuff like that. I don't need all of that. So I found this home. It was very nice. I put in an offer on a I think it was on a Sunday, I put in an offer. And I kind of, since I had already been through so much with the other two houses, when I put an offer in on this house, I'm not even gonna lie, I was really thinking I was gonna be turned down. Like, somebody was gonna bid more than I offered. And you know, it would be like, oh, you know, my realtor would call me and say, oh, Jackie, they didn't accept your offer. But we did the offer on a Sunday, which is, you know, realtors work like 24 hours. I didn't know that. Well, not 24 hours, but they work 7 days a week. So Monday, I was out with we did the offer on Sunday. Monday, I was out with my daughter and my honey, and we were at, I don't know, do y'all have a, what's it called? Hart's Chicken in your city or near you? But we was in Hart's Chicken having dinner. We just decided we wanted to have dinner. But okay, let me back up. On the way to Hart's, we passed the house. Basically, we passed the neighborhood of the house. And so my daughter hadn't seen the house yet. So she was like, well, Mom, take me by the house, you know, that you did the offer on. I said, okay, I'll take you by, but, you know, it probably won't be our house. So I took her by, and when we turned on the street, I kid you not, I saw 3 different couples with their agents standing outside the house. Like, they were looking at the house, had already been in the house and maybe was discussing things, or they were waiting, because you can't go in and view a house if someone else is already in there viewing it. So if you get there and somebody else is already in there, you have to wait until they come out, and then you can go in and view with your realtor or whatever. So I don't know if they were waiting to go in and view, or they had already been out, you know, had already been in and viewed the house and was just standing outside talking, you know. So I said, look at that. There's probably 3 investors looking at the house now, you know. They're not going to accept my offer. So after passing by the house, we went to Hart's Chicken, and we sat down and we was eating dinner. And when we're eating dinner, I try not to be on my phone or looking at my phone. You know, I try to give my daughter and whoever I'm out eating with or entertaining, I try to give them the respect of having that attention with them and not into my phone. Anyways, for some reason, I think I heard my phone go off. Like, my phone makes this noise when you have an email. And at that time, I was in between a situation, and I really did need to check the emails and stuff like that. It was for work. It was work related. So I said, oh, this might be the email that I'm looking for work. So I checked the email, and my daughter at the time had got up to go refill her drink. And I think my honey was at the buffet, because it was Hart's Chicken is a buffet, but you can also order stuff off the menu and, you know, take it out or whatever. So I was sitting at the table, and I looked at my phone, and my realtor, she plays with me. Like, she plays with me. But she's sweet. But she was like, hey, Jackie, I heard from the other listing agent. And she had like ... And so I'm like, okay, what happened? You know? And then she sends me this like smiley face or whatever, like, yeah, I got you hanging on, right? And so she said, well, congratulations, they accepted your offer. And y'all, I dropped the phone. My daughter looked at me like, what's wrong? You know? And then my honey was like, you okay? Like, you just completely dropped the phone. So I was like, oh my God. And then when I said, oh my God, my honey was like, did they accept your offer? And I was like, OMG. And then my daughter started like, yay, you know, jumping all around, because she's so happy about getting this room. Well, she has her own room already, but this room has a nice size closet that she wants. I guess it's a girl thing. Anyway, so they accepted our offer. And then we was all excited, happy, da da da. So then since I didn't answer my realtor back, because she had asked me a question and I didn't answer her back because I had dropped the phone, I was in shock. She called me and she was like, I'm gonna need your earnest money, and just saying other things that she's gonna need from me. And she was like, we need to do an inspection really soon. So I was like, okay, this inspection, oh my God. So come time for the inspection. The inspector was really good, like really good. For the money that we have to pay here in Texas for inspectors, he was really good. He was real thorough. He takes pictures. This is my first time ever buying a home on my own, so I don't know if this is like a standard thing that they're supposed to do, but he was really good. And he told me everything that he found. Everything, y'all. Like, the man didn't leave out nothing. So after getting this inspection, I was like, I can't do this. Because once you enter a contract, you have, I think, 5 to 7 days, because you're in the option period. So you have like 5 to 7 days to get your inspection done on your house and really determine if this is the house for you. So that, before your option period is over with, you have the option to, withdraw your offer, get your earnest money back, and basically start looking for another house. So after talking to the inspector and he did his report, he sent me his report, all the pictures he had taken and stuff like that. I was like, I can't do this. It's too much. It's too much that's wrong with this house. And I offered $10,000 over the selling price because I really wanted this house. I wanted to have a chance of getting this house. I got the house and then found out everything that was wrong with it. And then I was like, I can't do it. So I'm still in my apartment right now, but wait a minute. So I talked it over with my honey, and then we both came to agreement, like, maybe this is not the house. So I withdrew my offer, right? And so when I withdrew my offer, maybe a day later, my real estate agent called me and said that the listing agent for the house called her, and basically the seller went down $10,000 on the house. It's an older lady. She really wanted me to have this house because I showed real strong interest in the house, which is true. So she basically told her agent to tell my agent she'll go down $10,000 on the house. And let me tell you what was wrong with the house. What was the major problems of the house? The electricity panel hasn't been updated in years. Like, this house is 25 years old, I think. It might be more than that. 35 years old. This house is 35 years old. So the electricity panel has not been updated since then. The water heater was a problem. Like I said, I knew the plumbing was going to be an issue. What else was wrong with this house? The roof was actually brand new. It's just that this house is surrounded by pine needle trees, so pine needles will fall, and so the roof had like debris on it that needed to be removed. But actually the roof was new, in good shape. But of course he had to put the roof on there, and it was something else. foundation. The foundation had shifted a little bit, but he couldn't tell me if it shifted recently, a couple of years ago, or if it shifted right after the house was built. Because he was telling me that even brand new houses, the foundation shifts because, you know, soil, land, stuff like that. So he was like, other than that, the foundation is good, but it has, you know, shifted a little bit, and I have to tell you that. So that was the main things and why I withdrew my offer. So, you know, she contacted my realtor, and my realtor said that she would fix the electricity panel, replace the water heater, and remove the debris off of the roof, as well as go down $10,000. So basically set it to me for the listing selling price if I still wanted the house. So at that point, I found out that nobody has lived in this house for 5 years. So I was really kind of worried about the plumbing because nobody has ran the water or anything like that in 5 years. Now, when the inspector went over there to inspect the house, he ran the water, he cut the water heater on, like everything was working. The AC was working, everything was fine. From the 4 hours that he was there, you know, he said everything was fine, everything was flowing like it was supposed to flow, things like that. So I had to think about it. But while I was thinking about it, of course, I went and looked at other houses. And after looking at other houses and considering what she was saying about what she will fix and dropping the price of the house back down to the original price, basically. Whatever house I get it, if I didn't take this house, I would have to, you know, find another house, have somebody accept my offer on whatever other house that I was looking at, and I would have to pay for another inspection. And it's a house inspection here in Houston. I paid $395. I'm just gonna tell you, $395. So, do I want to keep paying that much money, you know, per house if my offer is accepted per house? Just to find out what's wrong with the house and then turn around and withdraw my offer? Do I want to really do that? Like, that could start running into money. $395 every time? That could run into money. So, but I really like this house. And when I do the house tour, you're going to find out why I like this house. It's very spacious. It's the money that I'm paying for this house. You can see it in the space. And my realtor was telling me that a house in that area had been sold, like the same floor plan and everything of the house that I'm buying, had been sold maybe a month or two ago. No, she said right before the holidays. Right before the holidays, a house in that area was sold with the same floor plan and everything as the house that I'm buying, and it was sold for $140. I'm not paying $140 for the house that I'm getting, but once I get in there, fix it up, stuff like that, the value of the house will go up. From the appraisal last year that was done by the city of Houston, it appraised at $134, and that's with nobody living in it, and all the stuff that needs to be fixed. So once I get in there and do what I'm going to do to it, it should, you know, the value of the house should go up, just in case something comes up and 5 or 6 years from now I want to sell the house, you know, that the real value and equity of the house will be there. So I bought a house, hey, and we are going to be doing some TLC DIYs pretty soon once we get into the house. I don't close until May because from the way that my loan officer explained it to me, from the time you accept the offer and everything, you have to wait 30 complete days and then close. So it'll be probably late May when I finally close and get the keys, and then we are going to go in and see how the house looks right now. And then I will take you through the journey of me, you know, fixing it up, getting it to where I want it to be. And we're going to take it from there. So Jackie finally got a house. Can y'all believe it? And I'm not even going to lie. When I went ahead and accepted the offer. So, okay, the seller is going to fix. I don't remember if I told you this. The seller is going to fix the electricity panel, which is like $11,000 in itself. Because I had an estimate done to see how much it would cost. She's going to fix the electrical panel work and everything and replace the water heater. And the roof, get the debris removed off the roof. I can't really do anything about the foundation, but the only thing about that, and the inspector said, you know, it has shifted, the foundation has shifted, but there's no cracks. So long as there's no cracks, you're fine. But if you start seeing cracks, then you need to get somebody out there that specializes in foundation work. So, right now, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the foundation. I expected it about the plumbing. I expected that. But the plumbing is working. It's just, it has older pipes. You know, they have the older pipes in there that can rust. So, I'll deal with that if it ever happens. It might not ever happen. And I had to have a conversation with one of my brothers about the house. And he was like, you're looking at maybe, could happen, might happen. You know, you won't know until you're actually in there. But he was like, but since you know it's a possibility that it can happen, you need to start preparing financially to fix that problem if it ever happens. Which is true, you know. Why wait to try to get something together when you know it's a possibility that it can happen, you know? So basically be ready. Might not happen, might happen, but just be ready to deal with the issue, you know, if it happens. So that's the story. I am a homeowner now. And when it was all said and done, like, I'm not even gonna lie, I got sick, y'all. I got sick. My heart was like in my stomach. I was breathing heavy, and I'm like, I don't know if I could do this. Like, my loan officer told me how much the monthly, my monthly mortgage, I can't say rent anymore because it's not rent, my monthly mortgage would be, and I was like, I don't know if I could do that. What am I doing? I have wasted people's time. And then when I sat down and thought about how much I'm paying now in this apartment, what I'm paying in this apartment is my mortgage. So if I can pay it here in this apartment, I could do it for a house. So you know how the devil enters your mind and instantly sets you up and say, you can't do that. Making you start doubting yourself. Girl, you crazy. You better run. You better call them people and tell them to get you out that contract. But I'm fine now. Everything's fine. And I bought a house. So be looking for those videos that are going to be coming up. The first video probably will be the house tour. I'll show you the house in its current stage, and we'll go from there. So if this is your first time viewing my channel, hey, I'm Jackie, and I am so glad that you decided to watch this video. And I hope that you go ahead and press that subscribe button and come on back and see what I have in store for you guys. I know I need to get back to doing my Avon haul videos and, you know, just the other stuff that I was doing before this house situation took over my life. But now it's over with, and we're starting a new chapter. So I will be back regularly soon. Don't go anywhere. Stay. Don't unsubscribe. Keep your subscription with me. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.